Salute Nation. Welcome to Monday Raiders Madness. The title of this show has been on the money today. It's a crazy, crazy day. Day before 53-man roster has to be put in stone. And a lot of shit has been going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, y'all. Here we go. Yo, what is the deal, Nation? Welcome to Raiders Unfiltered. I'm your host. I'm Jay Raider. Appreciate everyone pulling up on this Monday night, Monday afternoon, wherever y'all be at. If you guys still at work, you guys heading to the crib, if y'all at the crib already, or if y'all heading to work, got stuck at work, you're at the side chick's house, wherever y'all be. Appreciate you guys pulling up. As always, man, it has been a crazy ass day, y'all. Like I said, title has been on the money. Monday Raiders Madness. A lot of shit going down from top to bottom. Cuts happening. Players being signed. Players requesting to go ahead and get traded. I don't know what the fuck to do. Honestly, guys, it's been topsy-turvy today, but we're going to go ahead and get into it as we do. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up. As always, I can't go ahead and rock this show without acknowledging all my peeps out there in the building. So let's go ahead and kick things off. Shout out to my guy Anthony in the building. What it do, my guy? Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. My guy Robert Payne in the building with the Ray. Hold on, bro. I gotta do this thing right, my guy. Hold on. Raiders. That's right. Let's see here. Who else is here? Shout out to my guy Armando. Hey, bro, it's all good, my guy. Life happens, but I appreciate you pulling up today. That's all that matters, my guy. Salute to Rafa in the building, as you already know. Appreciate you, my guy, with all the support. Shout out to Raider Paul in the building already with the That's right, baby. That's right. Shout out to Lake Show Raider Kenny fucking Pickett. We're gonna get into it, dog. We're gonna get into it. I don't even have a banner for that, dog. That's just how recent just went down. Shout out to my guy Rorschach Raider 2-4. My guy 2-4 in the building. One of the mods here at Just Raiders. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Frank Robert in the building. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute. my guy Raiders Fools, Chris. Hey, appreciate you pulling up. Yep, we go. We're gonna get into it right off the bat. And Raider Des in the building. Salute to everybody also watching on Instagram. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Make sure you guys, if you guys want to be involved with the chat, go ahead and head on over to YouTube. The link is in the bio. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And same goes for the show. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on this channel. It does to go ahead and support the show and spread the algorithm of this show to the YouTube universe. So word of mouth, baby. There we go. So appreciate everyone rocking with me on this Monday night. But like I said, I don't even have a thumb for this thing. It just happened so quickly. It's just been a crazy, crazy day. But there we go. I already got okay. I got a thumb for it, but not for that. But let's go ahead and get into it. Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. Fucking Raiders go out and get Kenny Pickett and trade a 5th round 2026 pick for him. What the fuck? Literally just happened about 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago, about half hour ago, whatever. Literally, I was watching my boys over at TRS. Shout out to all the TRS guys, Cheeto, my guy, the Raider Rundown, Severe, Chris Protect the Shield, my guy Turf. They're doing the damn thing over there, and they went ahead and dropped that what they were on. But let's go ahead and get into it. I got that pulled up. Let me go ahead and enlarge this really quick. All right, there we go. Per Tashawn Reed, Raiders have traded 2026 5th round pick to the Browns in return for quarterback Kenny Pickett per source. Why, oh, why did this fucking happen? Kenny Pickett, really? We traded a 5th for Kenny Pickett. Hold on. Scratching my head, but the cap's in the way. I am trying to wrap my brain around this move, to be honest with y'all, because there's guys who literally were released yesterday and today that are out there that we did not have to go ahead and make this type of move. And I believe Kenny was recently injured on top of that. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with this move, but obviously I was out in Phoenix this past weekend. We went out to go ahead and watch our Raiders go ahead and face off versus the Cardinals out in Phoenix. We saw what happened with Aidan O'Connell. I'm about to go ahead and get into it with him in just a second, but that left some questions on whether or not how we move forward with the situation, right? But Raiders going out and getting Kenny Pickett from the Browns for a 5th round pick. Let me know how you feel about that. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up. Go ahead and drop your comments in the chat. Let me know. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to wait any further. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy GeoMax in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute to you. My guy Rorschach says, in my opinion, I am not in favor of Mr. Dropsy's Amari Cooper. We're gonna get into that one too in just a second. In my opinion, no, bro. He is not worth a fucking 5th round pick. He is not, man. So I'm trying to gather why we went out and made this move. Obviously, this has Spy Tech written all over it, and there's been some questionable things that he's done over the last, I don't know, few weeks, month, on some questionable shit, right? I mean, we went ahead and traded Jacory Bennett for Thomas Booker. We don't know how that's going to go ahead and pan out. Hopefully that does work out. There is some hope on that front, but again, we don't know. We went and traded a guy who could definitely go ahead and play the corner position. Now our corners are definitely suspect now. But going out and trading your 5th round pick for next year for Kenny Pickett, come on, man. Come on. The guy who's literally going to go ahead and ride the bench most of the season. where there's plenty of guys out there that were available. I don't know. Gio says Kenny Pickett or AOC or your guy Cam Miller, who's the best number 2? Honestly, look, let me go ahead and get into this part. What I saw from Cam, I mean, he needs more development for sure. They didn't want to go ahead and run too much with them on the air, but there was a little bit of miscues from him. So I think he definitely does need more development. And Pete is not confident in him. Obviously, they went out and got another guy, but you heard it from him, and we're going to go ahead and get into that part in just a bit on, why, he needed to go ahead and read more tape. Obviously, he had more playing time, but Raiders going out and making this move. He is not going to be number 2. AOC, we see what we get from AOC time and time again. I didn't see any different this past game for I think he was out there for like 3 series. Didn't see much different. Obviously, I saw that same exact strip sack fumble happen at open practice. That happened on Saturday, and mind you, I was dealing with kids and all that stuff. So, just putting it out there. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But honestly, I am not I am not thrilled about this move. Literally giving out a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett. It just boggles my mind. But let me go ahead and really get into the other part of the break, because like I said, shit's been going down today. And oh man, here we go. Let me open up another one of this. Shit's been going down today. So let's go ahead and start with the other breaking news today. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up right now. Here we go. Per Jordan Schultz, and there we go. Per Jordan Schultz, the Raiders signed Amari Cooper to a 1-year deal. Crazy move. He's been out in free agency for all off season, and Spytech and company decided to go ahead and pull that trigger and bring back Amari Cooper to the Raiders, reuniting him with the organization, the team that went out and drafted him back in 2015. So how do y'all feel about this? I definitely want to go ahead and know. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the chat. Give me 1 second. Let me pull that up. We're going to go ahead and get you guys' take on this, because I definitely know how y'all feel about it. But as for me, I'm very mixed emotions about it. It's cool, yeah, that he's coming back as a Raider, but the time that he was here was not memorable. It definitely. I think it was if y'all thought Devontae was bad, this guy is almost on the same keel. This guy was not happy to be here during his tenure here when he was up in Oakland. So I don't know. I mean, he just literally coming off the Buffalo Bills. He didn't do a whole lot over there, So I don't know how much of an impact he's really going to go ahead and make. This goes directly into, the next part, which is Jakobi Meyers. We're going to go ahead and get into Jakobi Meyers in just a bit as well. But let me go ahead and put that up. How do y'all feel? Do you feel about Cooper being back? All right. Yes, I like it. No, I hate it. And I'm not, and there's a hate for a specific reason. Because not everybody's Not everybody's feeling that way. So put that poll up. So go ahead and head on over, cast your vote, let your voice be heard. But for me, honestly, I'm very mixed emotions. I'm not thrilled about it. And I'm not completely shedding on it. It is another veteran wide receiver that will have an arsenal, but at the same time, too, I don't see it being a big old impact. This might be a possible negotiation tactic tool that Spy Tech is using to go ahead and really cinch up that deal or negotiate that deal with Jakobi Meyers. And let me go ahead and get into that part as well. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up, rocking with me on this Monday night. Let me go ahead and pull up that part really quick. All right, here we go. All right. All right. Second part. Jakobi Meyers requesting a trade today, going up to the front office and being asked to be traded to find a trade partner for him. So shout out to my guy Raiders Resistance on the content. If you don't follow Raider Resistance, you just suck. Just kidding. Make sure you guys head on over to Instagram. Go ahead and give my guy a follow. Always the fire content for sure. But Jakobi Meyers officially requesting a trade from the Raiders. Now, there's a lot of speculation. There's some theories behind all this. Obviously, I think is obviously they have not come to an agreement on an extension on his deal. Looks like basically everybody and their mama has been extended on this team, and they have yet to reach an agreement on his extension. So that it looks like that is a lot of the reasoning behind him requesting a trade. Now, I've said this before, one of the guys that I'm looking for is Jakobi to come back, right? Yes, we drafted Jack Bash. There's a real comparison to that. But looking at Jack Bash and what he's performed, he's been really quiet this whole training camp. We really haven't seen a whole lot of Jack Bash. We saw him a little bit on Saturday. From what I saw, even going back and looking at the highlights, looking at film, I didn't see a whole lot from Jack Bash. So I don't think he's quite ready to go ahead and fill in that role. So having a guy who literally was able to go ahead and put up 1,000 yards with the shitty offense last year. Shitty offense. Let's just keep it a bean, y'all. You had Luke Getsy and that terrible playbook that he was trying to run, and then he was gone. Turners came in, and they ran their thing, and he was still able to go ahead and put together 1,000 yards next to the best tight end in the league, who was able to put up 1,000 yards himself. So, this is not an easy feat. A guy who's been solid, a guy who has not really chirped anything about his contract extension this whole offseason, because he's been asked time and time again, what's up with your contract? What's up with your contract, right? And nothing. He's always said, hey, it's being handled, showed up to practices, showed up to involuntary practices, meetings, all that good stuff, has not held out at any point. And it's now time to go ahead and pay the piper. And front office can't get it together. They can't make this happen. So I'm trying to figure out, as far as what's going on behind the scenes, what potentially, could Spy Tech, Mark, Pete be thinking if there were, early on in the season, hey, we're going to go ahead and take care of our own. We got to make sure, talent doesn't leave, out the front door. But yet we're coming to a point where our best receiver, our veteran, even if you say he's not wide receiver one, is still the best receiver in our room, is requesting to be traded out. I mean, come on. What are we doing? And this is the shit that you guys, we have to go ahead and question, because when we go out and trade a 5th round pick for a fucking Kenny Pickett, and yet we're over here stalling and and literally fucking around on putting an actual deal that makes sense for this man who's been nothing but nothing but solid for us. That's what I'm trying to question now. So I'm a little frustrated with this organization on what they're trying to do. I don't see it. This trust the process shit only goes so far. If you're making all the right moves, you are making most of the right moves, cool. But there's been some questionable shit. So I don't know. Again, you guys let me know what y'all think. Could this be, Amari Cooper coming in, being signed by the Raiders, be a tactic, a negotiating tactic by Spy Tech to let them know, hey, you know what? Whether either you with us or you're not, we're still gonna go ahead and rock, and we still have a guy that can come in and essentially take your place and keep us moving forward, and really put the pressure on him to go ahead and sign. Now, on the flip side, Jakobi is not that elite level either, right? He's not a Jamar Chase. He's not a Justin Jefferson type level, right? We know this, and we've seen things come out over the last month and a half, 2 months on the rankings for wide receiver, right? So for him to, and then we're not behind the scenes. We don't know, right? We can only speculate on what he's asking for. Now, if he's asking for a really high number, obviously that's not going to make sense. But knowing Jakobi, and he literally restructured last year, he's been very team friendly during his time here. It makes me wonder, is this really like Spy Tech really being Coupon John and really want to go ahead and penny pinch and save as much money as he can? Or is Jakobi really asking for an astronomical price and not willing to go ahead and kind of meet halfway type of thing? That's a question that we got to go ahead and ask ourselves. Now he's pushed the position to the organization to go ahead and make that call, because now we're literally a week away from kicking the season off, right? 2025 underway in New England. He's putting the ball in Spy Tech's hands to see, hey man, it's either you pay me or trade me type of situation. Now, do I think that he's going to hold out? I don't think that Jakobi would hold out. I mean, he still has 1 year left on his contract, but he does not have any guaranteed money. And that's what we're talking about here. Obviously, you can extend the guy for another 2 to 3 years, and front loaded and work something out in the second year of that extension, and kind of go from there. There's a lot of different ways to go ahead and do it, obviously, but yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think down below in the chat. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night. Monday Raiders madness in full effect today. Man, oh man. So let me go ahead and get into it. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy Arnie in the building. What to do, brother? Appreciate you pulling up. He says, what are your predictions for Amari Cooper stats this year? Might as well be traded or hold out. I don't think he's going to be hold out. I think because they've been in communication, I think there's a pretty good shot that they work something out and Jakobi stays. Now, obviously, if he's getting low ball time after again, I don't think he holds out because of his market value. I don't think it's that high where he can afford to go ahead and just kind of hold out for the season. But if they find a trade partner, it's either he plays the season out, or a trade happens by the end of the week. It could be something like that. I don't know. Shout out to my guy Ray's Food Chris. He says, I'm hoping we get to keep Myers, bro. If he don't want to be here, we definitely can't have another Devontae situation. I don't think Amari can fill his shoes though. I get you, bro. I don't think that's a situation. I think the situation is that he wants to be here. I think that they haven't been really getting too far with Spy Tech on the negotiation front. And I think this is just like, look, we're literally a week away from kicking off the season. Are you really gonna have me there with no guaranteed money? It's either you're gonna pay me or you're gonna trade me type of situation. He's trying to go ahead and flex that route. Now, I don't think it has. I don't think it has nothing to do. He's shown time and time again that he wants to be here because he's restructured. He's been very team friendly on that front. I don't think that's a route that he potentially goes. I feel that they're able to go ahead and really find something. It's probably going to happen later towards the week. It could be soon as Monday. I mean, there's a lot of shit going down. The next probably 48 hours are going to be really interesting on what happens between Jakobi Meyers and the Raiders, if they're able to go ahead and find a deal or if they're able to go ahead and find a trade partner. There are some receiver needy teams, Steelers being one of them. They are looking for another receiver to go ahead and complement DK Metcalf out there as well. So, let's see what happens. But I do hope that he saves that offense with Jakobi Cooper. You got Brock, you got Trey Tucker, you got Michael Mayer, and then Dante's still developing. It's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be really fun to see, in my opinion, for sure. My guy GeoMax says Amari Cooper left the Raiders bitter. Now he wants his final 401k payment. Welcome back. That resting bitch face, dog. That's what I said. That's what I said. That resting bitch face, bro. So yeah, I mean, he definitely needs to know this is not what he left back in, was it 2018? Definitely not, for sure. My guy Ernie says, does Dylan Lobby, Tommy Malott, Mumford make the 53-man roster? I think so. Dylan Lobby has a really good shot of making the 53 just because of special teams alone. Same thing with Tommy Malott. I do like his play on special teams. You always have that extra receiver as well that you can go ahead and stick in certain situations. Darren Mumford, I like Mumford over the other guy. I think it's Wagner. That's a guy definitely that I would go ahead and keep. But for sure, Lobby and Malott definitely probably most likely will make that 53. Mumford will be the guy on the bubble for sure. For sure. Let's see. My guy Lakeshore Raider says, hey, this y'all. GM Spy suck. Can't stand this dude. If you call the Browns, call for Shador. No fucking Kenny Pickett. Hey, exactly. That was my first thought process. No, I don't know. I didn't see the Browns releasing Shador, waiving him or anything like that, to be honest with you. So I never saw that deal potentially happening, but something like that would make more sense. But like I said, this regime does not like Shador. Spy Tech and Pete does not like Shador. If not, we would have went ahead and got him anywhere between the first 4 rounds. Even up until the 5th. I think there was I think they were above us on the 5th round, and they went ahead and got him, something like that. Yeah, I don't remember offhand, but we could have got him. We could have got him at, we could have traded a couple 6th rounds picks to trade to get into the 4th, or got up higher in the 5th and went ahead and got him. We could have got him at any point. We just decided not to. So, whatever. Let's see here. My guy Rifles Chris, he says, damn, no medium vote. It's not a meaning, but it's either you like it or you don't. You know, mixed emotions. Just be like mixed emotions. Let's see. In my opinion, Myers, Cooper, Thornton are an upgrade at our wide receiver core. Um, if that stays intact now, if Jakobi Jakobi leaves, he gets traded out, or something happens, I don't think it's gonna be an upgrade, bro. It is not. You Myers over Cooper. I don't know. I don't see that. Not for sure. Jack Besh ain't got nothing on Jakobi. Yep, exactly, bro. He's not ready. Let's see here. My guy Arnie says, "Who's a better backup? Uh, AOC, Sanders, Gabriel, or Pickett?" Um, Out of those, bro, I probably would say Shador, bro. Out of those, I've seen Dylan Gabriel play. You know, he's just slightly above AOC. Kenny Pickett, I don't like Kenny Pickett for shit. I don't like his style of play. So um, I would choose Sanders, but not my call. There you go. Shout out to Dave Gear. Salute, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to my guy Rosetown in the building. Another one of our mod fathers here. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Rocking with me on this Monday night. Let's see here. My guy Dixon in the building. I don't hate or like Cooper Pickett. Okay, there you go. Mixed. You're 50-50. There you go. Rosetown says Myers for Duggar from the Patriots. They in talks. I haven't heard anything, bro. I haven't. But let me go ahead and keep moving forward again. Does Jakobi Meyers stay or get traded? I honestly think he's probably. I see him staying. And then if he gets traded, I feel that that's going to happen really quick within the matter of the next few days. I really do. So, I'm gonna be looking out for that as things develop. The next 48 hours is going to be interesting. Like I said, on how they're going to go ahead and really work out this deal between Jakobi and the Raiders. So, um, we'll see what happens. But I really do think Jakobi does stay here, and I think every indication has shown that he wants to be here. But yeah, let me go into this kind of topic, and I think Arnie was kind of getting there. How would this offense look with Cooper? And like I said, if Jakobi stays, it's going to be an interesting offense, right? Now, I don't think Amari Cooper is going to be that wide receiver too. I think he's going to still stay between that 3 and 4 position. Definitely another guy that will be out there. I don't really see this kid being out there and blocking a whole lot down the field like everybody else is doing, but we'll see. But it definitely another target for Geno. He's been shaky. Mark Cooper's been shaky in the past, so I don't know. But that's the thing. He's had some drop balls. I forget. I don't have the stat in front of me of how many drop balls he had last season, but I knew it's a pretty good amount. I think he's in double digits as far as drop balls. So, but he's another veteran presence out there. He's another target that you have to go ahead and really take seriously. So, I don't know. I think it'll be more dynamic now if Jakobi leaves. Like I said, it's definitely going to be a step back, in my opinion. You got Dante Thornton that still needs more time to go ahead and develop. Yeah, he got his first NFL touchdown on Saturday. That's great. I'm rooting for the kid. I really like him, but I know he still needs more development. Jack Besh, we haven't seen a whole lot of Jack Besh. He's been really quiet. We just need to see more of him, right? He hasn't had that opportunity to go ahead and run with the ones, maybe in practice, but not really anything as far as in preseason. So, he's probably going to be that guy who might be that fifth wide receiver out there that we might see on occasion on certain plays. So, but Jakobi's going to be our guy. That's for sure. That's for sure. Let me go here. All right. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and go back to the chat. Roselle says, "Hey, Pick, you got a ring. We're good." Okay, bro. There you go. Let's see. Go back here. We got a little thunder here going on. Let's see. All right. Arnie says, "With today's cuts, any big surprises for you on our team or other teams?" I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. Ask me that in about like 20 minutes. We're gonna get into that topic for sure. There's some head scratcher moves that happen that I'm not 100% on, for sure. Let's see here. Roston says, "Shit, put Jakobi and a draft pick in a package for a legit corner." Yeah, but I mean, our receiver room takes a step back, bro. It does. But I mean, you can argue you could do that. There's some questions on the, especially on nickel on that middle of the field, bro. We're gonna get cooked. We're getting cooked if our front forward can't do it and apply real good pressure. We're gonna be for a rude awakening for sure. So I don't know. I mean, there's still some guys out there, but to try to find somebody to go ahead and trade with for a corner, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. Let's see. Lake Show says this regime does not like Shador, but you like exactly, dog. That's my fucking point. They don't like Shador, but you like Kenny Pickett. Why? Let's see. My guy Chris says, after seeing what they both did in preseason, would you still pick Gentry at 6 or would you pick Shador? I didn't see, like, I just saw highlights from Shador and see a whole lot from him, but I knew he was doing pretty well. But I would still keep Gentry at 6 for the reason is we still need that run game, bro. It's super important. It's gonna help Gino and this offense in so many ways. Having that run game, or you're gonna really rest the whole offense on Moser and Zamir White. We did that last year. We did that last year with Zamir, and look what we got, bro. I mean, my thing was always trade back and get a running back later on in the early second. They don't want to go that route, because you had guys like Omarion Hampton, Trayvon Henderson that were out there that you could have gotten. Some of you guys have been with me when I was rocking the mock drafts. Y'all were with me. We were doing the analysis on that. So there was a couple opportunities that that were potentially there on a possible trade back, but they went for the sure thing. So it is what it is. But I probably would stick at Gentry at 6. Yeah. Let's see here. Do you feel like the Browns finessed us though? Yeah, bro. For a 5th round pick, 100%, 100%. I would not have done that move. Not for Kenny fucking Pickett, bro. I'm good. You had DTR out there who got released. He's really out there right now. Like, why would you make that move? Henry Hooker got released. He's out there. You did not need to do any of this and trade away a draft pick for him. So if they have a presser tomorrow, I really want to know the thought process in behind what the reasoning was for them to go out and get what did they like in Kenny Pickett that made them like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and trade a draft pick away for him. Shout out to my guy Malo in the building. What a do, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to you. Thank you for rocking with me. My guy Jack in the building as well. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see here. See, I'm still salty about it too, bro. Like we could have gotten him at any fucking point within the first 4 rounds, bro. We can even trade it up into that 5th round, and if we really wanted to go ahead and make that move, do it. Now I heard some shit, right? I've heard rumors. Let me talk. Let me go ahead and do a little sidetrack on this and talk about a little rumor here.
Love rumors. Facts can be so misleading. Were rumors true or false are often revealing.
All right, so I heard a little rumor. I don't want to put a name on it, but I heard a little rumor that NFL was really kind of on this. Let's not draft Shador shit. So that's why you saw a lot of teams really balking, meaning they're passing up on Shador, right? And fucking Browns, they went against the grain and literally went ahead and drafted Shador, right? In the 5th round, which in all intents and purposes, it was not the plan, according to the NFL and what they had in mind. They wanted to go ahead and really kind of teach Shador a lesson about entitlement and all this stuff, right? So, but either way, we could have gotten him at any point before the 5th round, or even move up into early 5th on the ranking to go ahead and nab him, and that would have been pretty cheap. It's cheap, but failed to do that. So that's a rumor out there. This comes from a former player that's connected, that all that hoopla. But again, a rumor, not saying it's true. So think what you want on that. I'm just relaying the message. All right, let's see here. My guy Malo says, "Can we say something after the first game?" Then, yep. Let's see. My guy Arnie says, "Which Raider on the bubble played himself to make 53-man roster?" Kaibu Kelly, Eichenberg, Edmonds, Laki Tassi. So I think Kaibu Kelly definitely has a shot to go ahead and make the 53. Eichenberg, I don't know, man. I think that dude has like 9 lives. I think he's gonna go ahead and make this roster some way, somehow. Not somebody that would keep on. I wouldn't do it, but I feel that it's gonna happen. Edmonds has a shot. Kalaki Tassi, I think they keep him, and they're gonna go ahead and want to see what he can go ahead and do. Come this season. The cool thing is that he can play both sides of the ball, which is crazy. You can put him in the goal line situation if you want to go ahead and get that extra blocker to go ahead and give you that extra push, or you can go ahead and line them up defensively and just maul dudes, because we've seen that happen. So I think Lockie definitely stays. Eichenberg, but that's a guy that's questionable, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the cuts in just a bit. Let's see. The kid, the Pickett breakdown. Nothing much breakdown, bro. We've seen Kenny Pickett in action, and that's what I was saying, dog. DTR Hooker, Hendon Hooker he's out there right now. He was available. We could have gotten him. We didn't have to go ahead and do all this mess to go and trade for him and give up a 5th round pick for next year. I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, bro. My anxiety is going through the roof right now. For real. Shout out to my guy Yaya in the building. What it do, my guy? I appreciate you pulling up. Salute to you. Let's see. See? Yeah, they could have got their 5th back, bro. Let's see. Jack says, heard from Rundown, his main guy, who says he says who he says is 90% right. Meyers for the safety. Duggar, please no. I don't know if he goes back to New England, dog. Maybe could be a possibility. Like I said, if they can't come to an agreement, this trade is going to happen like fast, bro, fast. So just y'all be ready for that for sure. Let me go ahead and kind of continue on here. But AOC performance again. I was out there on Saturday in Phoenix. It was hot as fuck, y'all. I'm gonna fucking say that shit too. Like my voice goes out. It was hot. It was 115 degrees. I've been out in Vegas. I've done that and that type of similar heat. It was just the humidity was just also a factor. It's just terrible. Did the pregame the night before the pregame meetup. It was it was interesting. No AC. Did the tailgate? No AC. It was not a vibe. But once we got to the stadium, it was cool. AOC performance though was not cool. I was not impressed. All same of AOC. You know, he hit a few targets, but that strip sack fumble that they got was the same play that essentially Max ran on him during open practice. You know, it was the same thing. And we saw this also like last year with the Rams as well. Same type of play that it just he holds on to the ball too damn long. So whatever they were working on as far as on the snap count, getting that sped up and getting the ball off quickly, the tempo looked the same. I didn't see any different on the tempo, to be honest with you, y'all. So, but either way, I was trying to find where exactly that happened, and maybe it was on a throw that he got stripped from. But AOC's injury, he has a fractured wrist, so he's out for the next 6 to 8 weeks. That is a prognosis. That's why we went out and got this guy Kenny Pickett, because apparently they don't have faith in Cam Miller. So, you know, the next part is Cam Miller ready? Obviously, he is not. Spytek and Pete went out and made this move and give up again a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett, which is mind-boggling in my opinion. But they don't have enough faith on this kid to really, you know, lead that number 2 in case Gina goes down again. Let me knock on wood. Hopefully that does not happen. But yeah, let me go ahead and kind of play that part on where Pete talks about Cam may or may not be ready to go ahead and be the next QB2. So let me go ahead and play that part again. Shout out to my guy Raiders Resistance for the content. Here we go.
Just got to see what we can do and keep developing Cam, and unfortunately he got a lot of play time tonight, and that'll help.
I was about to say, do you think Cam's ready for that number 2 spot?
We'll see. Let's see what happens here. I've got to check the film. You know, we just got to see what we can do and keep developing Cam, and unfortunately he got a lot of play time tonight, and that'll help.
There you go. Y'all heard it. You know, even though he had a lot of playing time because he played essentially 2.5 quarters, a full half and part of the second or 3/4 of the second, something like that. Yeah, I mean, they felt that he was not ready. So, you know, they went out and got a guy that they feel that could be that guy to go ahead and sit behind Gino in case something were to happen to him. He's able to go ahead and really lead the team from there. Honestly, to be honest with you, if Gino gets hurt and it's a season-ending thing, our season's a wrap. I really don't see us making or continuing on a positive path of putting wins together under Kenny Pickett. And now the question arises, what are you going to do with AOC? Are you going to go ahead and keep him on an active roster? Are you going to go ahead and kick him down to practice squad? Are you going to cut him? You know, what's the deal? So there's another part that's playing out there is what do you do with AOC once he comes back in 8 weeks? Are you gonna trade him? Are you gonna go ahead and cut him? Like who's gonna want to go ahead and be a part of that trade? That trade only makes sense, in my opinion, if you pair him up with another player. Are you gonna cut him? Are you gonna go ahead and keep him on your active roster and run 4 quarterbacks, right? Or 3 quarterbacks if Gino goes down and he's on IR or whatever. But if he's not on IR and everybody's healthy, are you gonna rock with 4 quarterbacks? Are you gonna rock with 2 quarterbacks? Like how is all that gonna work, right? Like I've said, my suspicion is that they're gonna run with 3 quarterbacks. Now, what are they gonna go ahead and slide AOC back into that QB3 spot and have him on the active roster and kick Cam down to practice squad? Now he can't be stolen away just like that. There's certain protocol that has to go through it. I think he has to go through waivers, and the team also has to go ahead and sign off on it and agree to go ahead and let Cam Miller go. And whatever team tries to go ahead and acquire him, they have to go ahead and put him essentially on their active roster. So you can't get a guy just because, hey, you know what, I think this kid might be, he might look good. There's a little bit of procedure to that. So it's a slippery slope. What's going to happen with Cam Miller and AOC with AOC once he comes back from that injury. Again, he has a fractured wrist. He's going to be out for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Probably maybe on the 8-week side. So it's going to be interesting once he comes back, what that happens. But again, what do y'all think about the situation with us going out and getting Kenny Pickett? Did y'all feel that Cam was ready to go ahead and take the reins and be quarterback 2? Let me know, y'all. Really quick before I go ahead and put up the next poll, let me go ahead and just check back with the poll I did earlier. How do y'all feel about Cooper being back? Yes, I like it. No, I hate it. 72% says yes, I like it. 20% say no, I hate it. With 25 votes casted in. Appreciate everyone who pulled up and casted their vote on that one. Very interesting. We had some that had mixed emotions, so put that one up. But yeah, it was something that was interesting for sure. But let me go ahead and put this poll up really quick. Who would you want as your QB2? Let's say Cam Miller, Kenny Pickett. Oops. There we go. Pickett. AOC when healthy or when he returns. All right. So there you go. Got a new poll up for you guys. So who would you want as your quarterback 2? Cam Miller, Kenny Pickett, AOC when he returns. Go ahead and head on over, cast your vote. But let me go ahead and go into the chat again. Appreciate everyone rocking with me on this Monday night. Salute to you. If you guys stuck at work, I hope the shift goes for you a little bit faster. And if you're at home, appreciate you guys pulling up and watching. If you guys heading to the crib, safe drive home. Don't text and drive. Don't chat and drive. There you go. Appreciate everyone pulling up. Let's see here. Yeah, see my guy Dixon says traded for Pickett, 5th round pick. Can't make this shit up. Facts, my guy. Facts for sure. Oh man. Yeah, see, I was like, I can't look at all these rooms. I can't do them. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But so some of it is bullshit. Some of it's not. It's just all of it's essentially bullshit until it really becomes fact, until it actually happens. But there's some stuff that are like literally out of the realm of possibility. there's some stuff, hey, it might happen, or there's some stuff that could actually really happen, but you really got to look at what it is, you know. Let's see here. Jack says the Raiders let the best coverage linebacker had it in Amari. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that in just a second for sure. Arnie says if we don't get any major injuries to our starters, we have a very competitive team, 10-7 with injuries, 10-7 with injuries, 7-10. Do you agree? I don't agree. I think we're gonna be lower than 10-7. To be honest with you, I think it's gonna be 8-9. That's my magic number. I'm sticking to it, bro. If we work it out with Jakobi and he stays on the team, 9-8, 10-7 might be a little bit more realistic. But if he's gone, probably gonna look at maybe in 8-9, 7-10, maybe 6-11 season. It could possibly go that way. We'll see. Obviously, we haven't seen the offense also as well. We've seen a vanilla offense up to this point. We won't really see that until next week when they're at New England. So, yeah. See, Rosetown 7-10, 9-8 this season, right? Yeah, it's anywhere in between that. 10, it's kind of hard, you know. Amari's not that good, bro. Let's see. That guy Gio with the Raiders. Hold on, Don. Let me do it right. Oh, there you go. It got stuck. There you go. There you go. All right. Let me go ahead and continue on. Let's see here. Raider Fools Chris says, I'm not saying AOC was good, but that second string online was despicable. Yep, not look good all the time, bro. Let's see. Yeah, Malo says Miller like whatever. Yeah, he needs more development, bro. That's basically what it is. You know, he needs more time to go ahead and develop for sure. Rorschach says, I'm good now. The best coverage linebacker. We got his dicks and his legs. There you go, man. For sure. Oh man. My guy Rosson says we're giving away draft picks for the F night as well. Go get Hendrickson or Parsons or both. All right. So this is the thing with Trey. It looks like the Bengals are reaching a deal, so that looks like it's going to go ahead and work out, and Trey's going to stay in Cincinnati. The whole deal with Micah Parsons still up in the air, but I think that's going to cost you, you know, your firstborn at this point. That's kind of that might be the way it might have to roll on that. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. There you go. Gio has a welcoming for Amari. Yeah, see. Yeah. That dude won't come out till like 2026, dog. So we'll see. Yeah, see, Space Beast is like, I'm ready for the April Fool's joke to be over. Dog, we in August, bro. This is like a really bad joke. Oh man. Shout out to my guy John in the building. Hell no, AOC is done. He keeps getting hurt, and he's throwing motion keeps getting him hurt. Long overthrow. Yep, I agree, bro. I agree. Yep, out on the aim too. 100%. 100%. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. There you go. My guy Malo with the Raider. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and continue on. Let's see here. Um, gotta move on. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into this part. Arnie was talking about it earlier. The Raiders cuts so far. So Raiders making some cuts earlier today. Let me go ahead and pull that up. I think it's 19 now. Let me see if I can find the updated one. Hang on one second, y'all. If not, I'll rock with this one really quick. Where's my? All right, there we go. Because Raiders PR. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, I got 18. All right, cool. So let me pull this one up. All right, cool. Let me pull this one up from Raiders PR. They released the transactions are they're basically the following cuts. So let's go ahead and go over this, y'all. So the Raiders have waived the following players: Aades, I think I'm saying that right. The tackle, he's been waived. Michael Barrett, Tank Booker, not Thomas Booker. This is Tank Booker. The other D tackle, he's been waived. I know. Rundown almost had a fucking heart attack earlier when he saw that. But no, this is Tank Booker. He's been cut. Andre Carter, the edge, he's been cut. I'm sorry, he's been waived. Hudson Clark, Parker Clements, Keandre Colburn that we had picked up a few weeks ago. Surprisingly, Amari Gainer was waived. That's a little bit of head scratcher. I know he was doing some moves off season to go ahead and better himself, but apparently he just didn't impress this regime, and I don't think he had any playing time either. Jared Humford, John Humphrey, Quadir Ishmael was cut as well. He had some drop passes, so that probably could have led to that move being made. Kentron Jackson, not Cedric. Don't confuse that. Jaw Joyner has been waived. That's interesting. I thought he had a better shot to go ahead and possibly make this roster. Sam Webb was the other guy who was waived as well. Now the guys who are actually been released is Marquez Callaway, Philip Dorsett, Colin Johnson, which he's been around the whole training camp, so apparently they do not like him. And then our guy Jalen Smith, he was released. Big wow, right? So Jalen is gone. But once they went out and got our guy Jamal Adams, that was a wrap for that dude, in my opinion. So 18 dudes are gone. I think it's about 72, 73 currently on the roster. Obviously, they need about 21, 20 to go, somewhere in that ballpark. To go ahead and get that 53, get down to that 53 that is due by tomorrow. So final cuts are going to go ahead and happen tomorrow. So what do y'all think about those cuts that happen? Y'all let me know down below in the chat. Who surprised you? Who are you saying that made sense? And who are, which one made your head scratch? Let's talk about it. So let me know down below in the chat. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up, rocking with me on this Monday night. Make sure you guys, if you guys haven't done so, hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not subscribed already, What are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be like my guys, like my guy, he was here right now earlier. My guy Space Beast. If you want to become a member, make sure you guys click that link that's pinned up top. It really does help to go ahead and keep the lights on here at Just Raiders. Appreciate everyone pulling up. But let's see here. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and go to the chat. Go down here. All right. Here we go. My guy Dave says Pickett is mobile and has game experience. Good backup. LC was going backwards big time. Yeah, but I would not have traded that fifth for him, bro. No, I'm good. Let's see. My guy GMX says either the Raiders start 1-0 or by week 2 we'll be talking next year's draft. Yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Let's see here. My guy John says Gino turned his career around under Pete. Can Pickett do the same? I don't know, bro. That's gonna be that's hard one. That's a hard one, my guy. I don't think that happens. Let's see. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you, man. Thanks for pulling up. Let's see. Shout out to the wifey in the building dealing with the kids right now, man. It's crazy. Happy Monday to y'all. Pray for my guy OC. He'll be back with the strong wrist. I don't see that happening, honey. I don't see that happening. See. Appreciate you pulling up, Gio. Thanks for rocking with me. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Troy in the building pulling up. Yes, it's been a very busy day. A lot of transactions happening. A lot of people getting cut, waived. People, getting signed. People asking for trades. It's been a crazy day, y'all. Crazy day. It goes. We can never go with a season without any type of drama. Any type of drama for sure. Let's see. All right. My guy Chris says Andre Carter had more sacks than most of our D line in preseason. Yeah. So it's a little bit head scratching why they went ahead and made that move to put him on waivers. Hopefully he makes a practice squad, bro. It might be that situation where he might get pushed to practice squad. So hopefully that happens. We'll see. Let's see. My guy Philip says, crazy how the Browns have 4 quarterbacks. We traded for Pickett instead of just waiting for one of them to get cut. There's no way to keep 4 quarterbacks. I'm so disappointed in the regime. Facts, bro, because they could run with 4 quarterbacks, but it just does not make sense, right? Because that means if you're going to run with 4 quarterbacks, you're going to take a position away or potentially a player away from a different position to go ahead and carry those 4 quarterbacks, which you don't need, right? Like I said, DTR is available. Hendon Hooker was released the other day, so they're out there. They're out there. This move did not have to be made, but for whatever reason, which I don't know and we don't know, they like Kenny Pickett to go ahead and make that move. Fuck me if I know, right? I'm really trying to find out what was the whole thought process behind that move, for real. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy AR in the building. What a do, brother. Appreciate you pulling up all the way from Perth, Australia. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you. Yep. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's fucking mind-boggling. I don't know. I don't know what's up. There's questions for sure on Spy Tech. Mind you guys, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but it makes a little bit of sense. This is Spy Tech's first year as a GM. Now, we thought his head was a little bit better on the swivel. Some questionable shit. Questionable shit. That's what I say. But, push comes to shove, they weren't confident in Cam Miller yet. They weren't confident in Cam Miller. So, That's basically what it boiled down to. But you know, we saw everybody's performance on Saturday. You know, some of this stuff made sense for them to make some of these moves. Some wish that maybe they would have done a little bit different. Amari maybe given a shot to play, but it could have been something that maybe they didn't like during training camp, and then he gave them that opportunity. So it could have been that. I wasn't able to go to training camp to see. I only did the open practice. I really couldn't judge on that. But you know, as far as you know, the defense, I mean, there's questions on that middle, you know, the middle of the field of that defense. You know, those corners are very questionable. There was a play, I think, that Darren Porter got cooked on. I got to go back and really dial it down and see which one it was. I think it's one of the touchdowns. I think from that running back, I think it was that one. I remember that. So there was a couple of times where Darren Porter was out there and he got cooked. So, you know, there's questions there. You know, Eric Stokes, see how that plays out. Obviously, it's all about how if he stays healthy. Hopefully, that's the case again. Knock on wood, he stays healthy. You know, outside of that, we have Kyle Blue Kelly. There's not that much after that, right? So I don't know. There's some questions. Definitely would love to see more guys picked up, but let me go kind of into this depth chart real quick before I go into any more stuff any further. Let's see here. I'll take a couple more questions here. Let's see here. Rosehound says, I feel they would have kept Pickett for that backup if no one traded for him. I don't see Gabriel Sanders as a backup. Shedeur was doing pretty good, bro, from what I heard. So I don't know. Philip says, now I hear that they're gonna give up Jakobi for a safety. Like, bruh, they're gonna make that trade a huge L. I would have got a corner, bro. Corner. If they do it for a corner, I can make that makes more sense. But another safety, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I see one of them getting traded as well. Gabriel Sanders. Let's see. All right. Shout out to my guy Jeff in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. I'm gonna go into the depth chart. All right, I'll put that up. And I just refreshed it a little bit ago. So currently, right now, they have Dante Thornton, Justin Shorter, Shedrick Jackson on there. And I think Shedrick has a really good shot to make this roster for sure. Shorter, on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut him tomorrow. Colton Miller, Charles Grant, Dalton Wagner. I don't know about Wagner making the squad, but he's there right now currently. We'll see what happens. Left guard, still Dylan Parham, Caleb Rogers, Antonio Mafi. Mafi has played like shit this preseason. Don't see him making this roster for sure. Let's see here. Meredith under center, Will Putnam right behind him, and I think that might stay kind of that way. We'll see, but I really think that would stay that way. Right guard would be JPJ Kappa. That's still kind of the jury's not on that, I guess, apparently to them. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there, but I honestly think it looks like it's going to be DJ Glaze, JPJ, Meredith Parham, Colton Miller on that offensive line starting for that week 1 in New England. Laki Tasu is still there. I think he's still going to go ahead and be there and make this roster. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit more for you guys. There we go. All right. Tight end, obviously Brock, Michael Mayer, Ian Thomas, Albert O, Carter Ringen. It's probably going to be Albert O or Carter Ringen out. Might be Albert O. Wouldn't be surprised. Jakobi obviously still there. Alex Botman and Tommy Malott. I see that staying the same. Same thing with Trey. Trey's there. Jack Besh, Gino. Now it's going to be Kenny Pickett, and it is now on the IR. Genty, your running back 1, Zamir White, Raheem Mostert, Chris Collier. I think he also got waived. If I'm not mistaken, I did see something like that, or maybe they haven't put that out yet. From what we saw from that release from Raiders PR, he's still on the team. Now that could change come tomorrow. I heard that he might not. He might be waived. That's going to be interesting. He's played pretty good. I'll be surprised if he gets cut, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Sincere and then Dylan Lobby are your last 2 on that running back room. Defensively, you have Max, Tyree, Harvey on the other end. Harvey's probably going to be cut by tomorrow. Walu, Carter, JJ Pegues, Adam Butler, Leaky Fotu, Travian May, Thomas Booker are the last 2. May might not make this roster. I definitely think he would be on the bubble. He had that sack, I believe, on that Niner game. That was kind of one of the sacks they had there. Malcolm Kuntz, Charles Snowden, Tonka Hemingway, OV. I can't pronounce the last name. Not even going to try. Ogufu. I probably butchered that. He might be out. Charles Snowden, I think he fucks around and makes this roster. He hasn't played too spectacular, but I think this dude has like 9 lives, and so for some reason he's gonna make this roster. Don't ask me how. Jermaine Pratt, outside linebacker, Jamal Adams. Obviously, we know those guys are good. Landon Roberts, Tommy Eichenberg. I would have cut him, but I think this dude skates by. Again, this dude, I feel like he has 9 lives. So I'm 50-50 on him, to be honest with you. I would lean on more on the cut side, but if he stays tomorrow, if he's not cut by tomorrow, waived, he's gonna be on the roster. Cody Lindenberg, I think he stays for sure. Outside linebacker Devin White. Matt Jones is still there. And I think he's probably going to stay there. We'll see. I did not like any of his plays. Garbage. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. That dude was garbage for sure. Shout out to my guy, John Rader in the building. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see here. Corner, you got Darnay Holmes. Greedy Vance still there. Kaibu Kelly. Darian Porter, DCAM. I think those guys are good. Eric Stokes and JT Woods. Let's see what happens with those guys. JT Wood might be on the bubble, but I don't know. We'll see. Paul Mao, Chris Smith, still there. Terrell Edmonds. Smith might be on the bubble to potentially get cut. They might rock with Paul Mao and Terrell Edmonds to be his backup. It could potentially work out that way. We'll see what happens. Jeremy Chin, Thomas Harper, Trey Taylor, Lonnie Johnson. Obviously, we know Lonnie's on IR. He'll be back. It might be Harper. That might be the guy who gets X'd out tomorrow. I think they keep Trey Taylor for one more season to see what he can potentially do. Again, this is a 7th round pick from the previous regime. Actually, he's from that previous regime that Coupon Tom picked. So that's his guy, and then obviously he was injured last year, so we didn't get to see Trey Taylor, but he's back. I think he had a couple good plays during preseason, so we'll see what happens with him. Thomas Harper might be a guy potentially on the bubble to go ahead and not make this roster. So again, they need potentially about 20, 21 guys to be cut to go ahead and round out the 53-man roster. So it's interesting to see who they go ahead and let go. But it could honestly, you can cut the last two of those tight ends and just rock with Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, and Ian Thomas. There's a couple other guys you can go ahead and cut out to go ahead and really make this thing work. But you're really kind of throwing the needle on depth. But there you have it. I mean, this is as of right now. I checked earlier. Let me go into special teams. Again, you got AJ Cole, Dan Carlson, Jakob Meyer as the long snapper. You still have Trey Tucker on punt return, kick return. Looks like he's going to be the main guy doing all that. You got McCormick, Genty, Lobby, Bachman, Mellett. And we might see Mellett more on the special teams for sure. So, and I don't think Tommy gets cut. I think he's able to go ahead and make this roster for sure. But what do y'all think? Who do y'all think is going to be cut tomorrow or waived? Who would you guys like to see cut? Who would you guys like to stick around and see what more they can do on this team? Let me know. Go ahead and put that down in the chat. Again, appreciate everyone rocking with me on this Monday night. Man, oh man, crazy time in Phoenix. Sorry I could not do a post-game reaction show. It was just too damn hot. We were out there since like 3 p.m. out in Phoenix at tailgate. Then we headed over to the stadium, which was literally like a block away down the street. Just the heat was so bad, and dealing with the kids and all that. By the time we got home, it was late and 8. I was done. Could not have done a good live, but I was ready for it. I was like, all right, cool, we'll see. But yeah, it just did not pan out that way. But it was a good time either way in Phoenix, despite the heat. That it just saps the life out of you for sure. Let's see here. Let me go down to the chat. My guy Philip says, how do you feel about Amari Cooper coming back to the Raiders? That's crazy to me that he already gave up on us once. I don't like the signing personally. Yep. So that's the thing. You have that thing where he gave up on us, back what, 2018, and he didn't leave on the best of terms. So it's hard, man. It's hard. It's all about how you leave with teams, and he was out there. I heard something too that I guess apparently he chose us out of teams, out of all the other teams to come back and rock with us. As aside from like the Niners and I forgot who else was needy as well. So it's a give or take, but his track record is not good. So his play hasn't been all that great either. It hasn't been like really impressive. So, it's kind of been the middle of the field to me, to be honest with you. There you go. My guy Jeff says 19 more cuts to go. Actually 20 if you figure out we just added Cooper. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Some people were saying we're rocking with 93. I thought it was 90, and we were able to go ahead and keep that extra one because of Lucky Tassi being that international player. I don't know. That's what I had heard before. I thought that was we're only supposed to carry 90, and then we get an extra one because of the international player. So I don't know. But if I do the math and it was 91, that gives it, we cut 18. That gives us what, like 73 around there. So something like that. So yeah, it's probably gonna be like 2021. I don't know. My guy Philip says JPJ not being at center is also crazy. It was announced that JPJ won the starting job for right guard. Yeah. So the whole thing, and I talked about this on a previous live. I talked about this on the Connection show. It looks like it was with JPJ not being at center. It was a lot behind the technique, a lot behind being able to run that offensive line, being able to go ahead and change the different scheme on certain situations, on certain downs, being able to run it. And he was just kind of having a little hard time, keeping up with all that and calling out blitzes and everything that kind of goes along with that. You had Meredith who came in over, the beginning of the offseason. They approached him about it. He really hunkered down and really studied the position, and they liked what he was able to do. So that's what the word is about JPJ being at right guard. That's the whole situation. So I think JPJ still had the ability to go ahead and do that. You just had to go ahead and put the ball in his court. I think the kid could have done it for sure. But I don't know how that all went about. I don't know if they tried to do that and it just didn't work out. And, yeah. So that's apparently what happened with the whole JPJ thing for sure. My guy Dave says, I think Carroll doesn't like something. Yeah. See. Yeah. I don't think it was that. I think it just literally what's been told is about his hand technique, about the blocking and all that. And then Richie Incognito kind of followed up on that and said, there's more to it than just, your hand technique. You got to have also situational awareness when it comes to calling out blitzes, really running the line, and really knowing what to run in certain down situations and all that stuff that goes along with this. So I think it was a little bit more than just like, hey, we don't really like you at center, or something like that. Or we don't really like you, we're going to bump you down to guard. It could have just been like, hey, this kid can't pick up on certain things, and it could have been that. They just might be running a different scheme from last year with Getsy. I mean, come on, this Chip Kelly. So I don't think he may not translate it over well. I don't know. Let's see. My guy Josh says Amari Cooper posted unfinished business. Okay, let's see. Hopefully he comes in playing fucking with that mentality and not give up on us and play hard and do what you need to do, bro. Do what you're told and go out there and give it 110% for sure. Let's see here. Josh says if Meyers is on the trade block, I want a starting defensive player, not bust player. I would take Joey Porter Jr. or Woolen. Both are on the move for wide receiver. Facts, bro. That or defense. Yeah, defensive player corner, bro. That's what we need for sure. Shout out to my guy Bueno in the building. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. What it do? Let's see here. Yeah, see. Josh says if it's Duggar, it means Raiders haven't learned. Yep, exactly, bro. I agree 100%. 100%. See, Minnesota's turning for a wide receiver. Yep. Yes, sir. We are. Yeah, I mean, me too, bro. But if Meyers stays, which again, I think that could be a real possibility. I don't want to go ahead and discount that we're just gonna go ahead and often trade Jakobi, right? I really do think they're gonna be able to go ahead and find a happy medium and have Jakobi stay here. I think it's in his best interest for him to go ahead and stay here. I don't think he should or has the ability really to kind of hold out. It's not really in his best interest to do so. He's not that elite level type player where, he's not a Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson or anything like that. where he has that ability to do that. I don't think that happens. I don't think that's the way that, kind of, if you want to read the tea leaves and looking back at this whole off season, he's done everything he's been asked to do. He's been at practices. He's been at the involuntary stuff, and he's not really said a word. He hasn't aired his dirty laundry or anything like that. He's been really gentlemanlike, and has been said like, hey, I have my people that's really handling that, and they're gonna figure that out, and we'll see what happens, right? So I think it's gonna be that he really wants to go ahead and really be here. Him and Gino have been really developing a good relationship. I think he wants to go ahead and see that come to fruition on the field. So I really think they're going to work something out. But if in case they cannot, because obviously if it don't make dollars, don't make sense, that trade is going to happen really, really quick. So just be surprised. Again, I think the next 48 hours is going to be really interesting on how these guys are going to go ahead and play this out. If a trade's going to happen, it's going to happen within the next 2 days. It's going to be quick. I think it is. But if they come to an agreement, again, he's put that ball in their court to come up with something. He's giving them time. Literally, we're about a week and a half away from starting the season, right? First game, I believe the first game is on the 6th, right, Jeff? Let's see. September the 7th. So the 7th. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks, y'all. Giving them 2 weeks. Plenty of time to go ahead and be able to come to an agreement on something. But also, too, if you're going to make a trade, time is now. You want to go ahead and get this guy in here, get him up to speed on the offense or defense, whatever it is. You want to go ahead and get this person up to speed for sure. Let's see here. My guy Bueno says, I wish we could have signed Cooper a lot sooner so he could have gotten familiar with the offense. Well, he has almost 2.5 weeks to really learn. So this week, next week, essentially the whole week this week, the whole week next week, up until the 7th. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, see, the 7th. Yeah, I looked it up too. I just didn't have that in front of me. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, let anybody going to New England for that week 1 game, let Jeff know. He has a lot of events going on, a lot of good stuff, fun, exciting stuff happening in New England. Thank God, bro, it's not 115 and goddamn Rhode Island and Boston. Shit, man. New England's relatively cool. I think the most probably gets like 95 or something like that. But Jeff has a lot of good stuff going on. He has a post party. He has a tribute to Al at his birthplace. So make sure you click on that link below that he has posted up if you are going to New England, so we can go ahead and be a part of that, and get your tickets for all that, for all the event stuff that he has going out for sure. So see, there you go. See, advanced weather report shows 78 degrees. That's playing, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, bro. It was hot, bro. It was terribly hot. Let's see. Let me go here. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your question in, guys. I'll go ahead and take a few more in just a bit. Let me go ahead and just make sure nothing new has happened within the last hour or so. Okay. No, I don't think nothing. No, nothing has happened. All right. Crazy though. Again, if anything, any news happens within the next couple of days, obviously you already know I'll be on. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that notification. You don't want to be left out in the dark. So make sure you guys tap in. with me as news drops. I didn't go on any earlier today just because I already had the show already scheduled, and I wanted to go ahead and kind of go in on this actual time. Made more sense at home, and I want to let everybody else kind of do their thing and whatnot. But moving into tomorrow and the rest of the week, news happens going on. So make sure you guys hit that noti for sure. Bruno says at least Spytek extended actually good players unlike Telesco. But I'm waiting on Jakobi, dog. That's the dude you gotta fucking take care of. Come on. Gotta take care of my guy. Yep. See, with the exception of Kobe, you got it. And this is something that I've been saying. Like, we went out and took care of Colton Miller, which was a must. We extended AG Cole, which is a dude that honestly I could have waited on, bro. I would have just rather extended Jakobi instead of him, but we went that route. And that's the shit that kind of like makes my head scratch. Is like, why do we like extend AJ Cole, but not, AJ Cole and Colton Miller, but not Jakobi, So they're working on it, but they just can't come in agreement to the actual number. And that's what this whole trade talk is about. Let's not get that mixed up with I don't want to be here. It's just like, look, you're either gonna fucking pay me or you're gonna trade me. That's kind of what it boils down to. So again, we're not behind the scenes. We don't know, but just kind of reading the language of something like that, that's essentially what it means, because he's done everything up to this point that the Raiders have asked of him. It's just it just has not turned into the money he's actually looking for or wanting, or within the ballpark of what he's wanting. So I don't know. We'll see. Jeff says Telesco is a reason why we're in the spot with players that need extensions. The 20 free agents we had at the end. Yep, exactly, bro. We'll allow those to go. And his thought process was like, oh, well, I'll be here next year to go ahead and like fix all this shit. You just got to do what's right by your team now, bro. That's it. Because what if the team does not do good? You may not have a job next year. If you don't put the best team available together now, and that team shits the bed like we did last year, dudes get clipped. Just part of business, part of this thing that's football. Yep. See, shit should have been done during the season. Yep. Agree. Or before the season, bro, of last year. Shout out to my guy on 6 in the building. What a do, my guy. Salute to you. There you go. Appreciate you pulling up. My guy Jack says, if the Raiders re-signing the retarded Cooper takes plays off, how many drops never takes off, takes plays off, many drops, never blocks, versus Jakobi, great hands, blocks, never takes plays off, showed he wanted to be a Raider 100%, bro. 100%. Hopefully his attitude has changed, because that is what Pete's gonna fucking tell him. Like, you need to go out there and block, motherfucker. Now, is that really gonna happen? I don't know. What are you gonna do in that sense? Are you gonna bench this dude? We don't know what the particulars are on that 1-year deal. No, we just know that Amari signed the 1-year deal, and that's it. I've been trying to find that all night long. I don't think that's going to be divulged or leaked until tomorrow, to be honest with you. But I've been trying to see if I'm able to go ahead and okay, never mind. Boom. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let's talk about it, y'all. I got it. Shout out to Ian Rappaport on the particulars. All right. Per Ian Rappaport, the Raiders and Amari Cooper have agreed to terms on a 1-year deal worth $3.5 million base, another $500,000 in per game roster bonus, and $2 million more in available incentives. Sources say max value is $6 million, so potentially up to $6 million, but the base value is for $3.5 million, 1-year deal, and then again $500K, $500,000 per game roster bonus, and then $2 million more in incentives. It just kind of we don't know the particulars of the incentives, but deal could be worth up to $6 million. So he can potentially get up to $6 million. Again, this is per Ian Rappaport. Just came out about 30 minutes ago. I've been trying to refresh and try to find like if I'm able to go ahead and get the deal on the contract, and it's out. So $3.5 million on that 1 year deal for Amari Cooper to return back to the Las Vegas Raiders and continue on with us. How do y'all feel? Tell me now. Now we know the dollar amount. Do you guys think this is the right money? Do you think this is too much? Do you think it's too little? Or do you think it's just right? Again, it's worth up to $6 million with all the bonuses and incentives that he could potentially get. Again, that's not guaranteed to him, but his guaranteed is $3.5 million on this deal. My guy Josh says, good deal. There you go. There you go. Okay, there you go. My bad, retread. Man. Let's see. There you go. But we got the particulars on Amari Cooper for sure. Yeah. And that's something I've been kind of been looking, scouring out for the last like few hours and stuff. Jack says, I like the deal, probably 4th or 5th wide receiver, and that's probably what's gonna be, bro. So I think this is the best deal he could have gotten with the team that he played for. He got drafted by with the defense, with a different coach, and a really good offensive coordinator that he might get a pretty good amount of balls targets to him. So he's able to go ahead and play with Geno, and Geno's good. So let's see. My guy Josh says, actually Cooper had 2 teams in mind, Niners and Raiders. Niners wanted him. He chose us. Yeah, I think. And now I forgot who else aside from the Niners. Let me see if I can find that really quick. Hang on one second. And I know who said that. Diana. Okay. She spells it weird. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. It just says Cooper had interest from multiple teams, including the 49ers, but elects to sign with Vegas. Okay. It didn't really say, but just the Niners. So, but multiple teams had interest, and he chose us. So I guess that's a win. But if you're gonna come, bro, you gotta fucking do the things that you need to do for real. And that means block, whatever that Pete and Chip need from you. You need to do it, dog. That's it. Don't come with your resting bitch face here. Oh man. My guy Jack says, I wonder if Cooper has any passion love. Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. I mean, if he chose us, I think so. But proof's in the pudding, bro. The guy showed it on the field. Let's see. Shout out to T Miller. I don't know how much money Jakobi wants. If it's in the mid high 20s per year, it's not worth that. I definitely think it's worth that. Definitely think. I mean, this guy came in, put up 1,000 yards on a shitty offense with a shitty offense, 2 shitty offensive coordinators. Moore and Lugetti. Turners were okay. It was an improvement of some sorts, not even all that improvement, but had 2 terrible quarterbacks in Gardner Minshew and Aidan O'Connell. Was still able to go ahead and put up 1,000 yards. Who's done everything that he's done everything right. He's done everything that's been asked of him by the organization. done a restructured deal to help the team out. You got to take care of a guy like that. Loyalty's there for sure. My guy Jeff says Minnesota in tough spot at wide receiver. Jefferson with a hammy and Addison on suspension. Yep, they are. They definitely need another receiver out there. It might have been the Vikings for sure. Josh says it was Steelers. Okay, there you go. Rosehouse says time to go get Brandon Rice. He was cut and can be a legend with us. Maybe, bro. Let's see if they do it. Bueno says Jakobi is dumb. He could have been wide receiver 1 and got him paid next year. Now he wants to get traded, and he might be wide receiver 2 to continue to be for the rest of his career. I think this is just a negotiating tactic. I think his heart wants to be here. I don't think he wants to be traded out, but at some point you're gonna be like, fuck you, pay me, bro. Fuck you or pay me. So I think that's kind of what it boils down to. Jeff says we could trade Myers to Mayer. Meyers or Meyer? I don't know, bro. I'm confused. I assume it's Jakobi. Okay, to San Francisco, Minnesota for a corner. If we traded him, I think we may keep him though, but who knows? I really think the strong possibility is that we actually keep him. We do. But we'll see. Shout out to the 50 people in the building. Salute to you guys. Appreciate you guys pulling up on this Monday night. For Monday Raider Madness, Raiders Unfiltered, it's been a crazy day, y'all. A lot of shit going down. We just went over the particulars on Amari Cooper, 1-year contract. Again, Amari Cooper signing a 1-year, $3.5 million base deal worth up to $6 million with all the incentives and bonuses. He can earn up to $6 million this year coming up. Sam says we don't need Pickett to play. Dino will start all 20 games. Let's hope, bro. Was 17 games, but unless we make the playoffs, bro. Hopefully that happens, but long ways away. We'll see. Bueno says Jakobi for Fred Warner. Let's make it happen. There you go. Shout out to Todd in the building. We gave up a 5th round pick for Kenny fucking Pickett. How do you feel about that, my guy? Let me know. Let me go. Let's see here. Did Terry yeah, so it's just funny how coincidental that Scary Terry McLaughlin, got his deal with the Commanders after literally almost being on the trade block, and they were able to go ahead and extend him and find him a deal. Jakobi is following suit, requesting to be traded, and now we're here. Now we got Amari. So interesting tactics that are kind of going on back and forth from each side. Jakobi requesting for a trade. Now you got the Raiders going out and signing Amari Cooper. He's been out there the whole off season. We're like 2 weeks away from kicking off the season, and we went out and signed this guy. So it's just coincidental. I don't know. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Jeff. Shout out to my guy Alec with the Ray. Hold on, bro. I got to do it the right way. Raiders. There you go. For sure. Let's see here. Bueno says Terry is leagues better than Myers. Yep, I agree, bro. But yeah, that deal is done for sure. Let's see. My guy Alex says, I hope the Raiders work something out with Jakobi. I think that's going to be the play, to be honest with you. But if there's a trade that happens, expect it probably by the end of this week. Next 48 hours are going to be really interesting on what happens. Remember, we got 53-man roster cut. It has to be done by tomorrow. So we're going to have more cuts coming. and then we'll see if they're able to go ahead and work something out with Jakobi and get him to stay in Las Vegas, or they're gonna try to find a new home for him. I don't know. It's either or. We just don't know what the number that Jakobi is looking for. That's the thing. Rose Town says, "Does Coop want to hit away from being in the IR?" Probably, bro. I don't know. We'll see. Um, Super, shout out to Super in the building. Appreciate you pulling up. I did like how Pickett went after the D. There you go. Let's see. Alex says, hopefully Cooper is motivated this. Me too, bro. It is in his best interest to be motivated. He can definitely almost double his money, up to $6 million in incentives. All in with incentives. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Alex says, let's go out and get a very good corner. I agree, bro. That is something that needs to be addressed. We just went over the depth chart a little bit ago. Those corners, I don't know, man. They look suspect. How you doing, baby? Let's see here. Yeah, Todd says, I don't know enough about Pickett. If he plays like Plunkett, then it's still it's not Plunkett, bro. I guarantee you that is not Plunkett. Yeah, on those corners, bro, it's literally outside of Eric Stokes, Darren Porter, and Darnell Holmes. It's rough, bro. It's DCAM. You got JT Woods. You got Greedy Vance. Shows a little bit of promise. Caillou Kelly. He had an okay offseason, preseason. So we'll see what happens with them. But yeah, as of right now, I don't know. Let's see here. Super says, please wear them sticky gloves, Pickett. 15-10 record as a QB. Facts, dog. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to my guy Mosa Rated in the building. Pickett played really well last season with the Eagles, and he had to come in for Hurts. Okay. I don't know, but I'm still for a fifth. Yeah, no. Sam says 20 games mean. Oh yeah, I know, dog. I'm counting regular season, bro. Super Bowl's a long way away, my guy. Let's take it one season at a time, man. I don't think this season's gonna be the season. I'm not that delusional, dog. Remember, said, "Yep, I did, bro." Let's see. Yeah, again, it's just them not being able to go ahead and come up with a number that makes sense for them, bro. It's not. That's kind of what the holdup is, and that's why you heard them requesting for a trade. So I do hope that they come to an agreement on the number he says, because that offense would be really interesting. Because now you got another guy out there, and Amari Cooper, that's another target. That you have to take seriously, and you can't cover everybody. Let's see. Alex says a good pass rusher or linebacker could interest our team as well. I mean, we have Jamal Adams, man. He's good. That dude is literally lighting shit up. Hopefully he stays healthy. That's all we need from him. But Jamal Adams has been really good at linebacker. That's literally, pass rushing for sure, bro. So let's see what happens with him. But we'll still need to see what happens with Malcolm Koonce. We just saw a little flashes from him on Saturday. Not a whole lot. And again, I think it's a lot of it would be that ACL. I think he might still think about it a little bit too much. But hopefully, come week 1 in New England, is just like, hey, I'm just trying to preserve myself and not get injured, and now I can really go ahead and just ball out. So, let's see here. Yeah. Shout out to Georgia. Yeah, he's back with the Raiders, man. Let's see here. Super says the only thing with Pickett, he only had 2 TDs in 2023, never hit 300 yards passing, but Pittsburgh is a run first team. Yeah, that is. Todd says if Jakobi wants a raise, go out and catch 115 balls for 1,800 yards. That's fucking a lot, bro. Jesus Christ, a lot. I mean, doing 1,000 yards on a shitty offense, that's pretty good, bro. That's really fucking good. And you're loyal. You're out there, restructuring and doing the things that are asked of you by the team. And I think right now the thing should be on Spytech to literally stop fucking cutting coupons and let's get this shit done. Let's get this man paid, man. I don't know. I know I get it. You're trying to save money for next year, 2026, but if you guys are really on the win now, we got to compete now, then you got to do these things. These are the things that have to be done. And re-signing Jakobi is definitely on that list. You signed everybody else, right? I think Daniel Carson's the only one that's left. And Jakobi, because it's not a done deal yet. Let's get it done. I don't know what we're waiting for sure. Alex says Cooper had interest from a couple of teams, but still picked the Raiders. Yep. Oh. Yeah. See, and that's the thing too. He's not a number one receiver, but that works against them in that instance. But he went out there and did his thing. But I don't think he holds out. I think we'll see Jakobi. But if they do trade him, I think the trade happens really quick, and they'll try to find a trade partner for him if that's the route they're really going to go ahead and go. Could happen, even though they come out and said that they're not really interested in doing that trade, which I hope they're not. We'll see what happens, obviously. Bueno says, I love Jakobi, but he needed to chill. Homie had one good ass season. There you go. Especially when Bowers was getting doubled to draw the attention. Yeah, that's facts, man. It's facts. So I mean, if they're able to go ahead and figure this out with Jakobi, keep him on. You got Trey Tucker, you got now Amari Cooper, you got Dante Thorne, that's your deep threat. You got Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, you got 5. You got, you can line up essentially 4, and then you still got Michael Mayer. I mean, that's a lot of personnel to go ahead and cover. Somebody's gonna get fucking open. That's a really good offense, and we haven't even seen how the offense is going to really operate. We've seen a vanilla offense, so it's exciting. But I think they just need to go ahead and take care of this part with Jakobi. So we'll see what happens for sure. If you're going to trade for a good DB, I agree 100%. If that's going to happen, maybe go defensively, or you get another offensive player, receiver for receiver. I don't know. Alex says still Myers did very well last season with crappy QB field. Yep, 100%. Let's see. Super says, keep in mind, Raiders acquired 2 former first-round picks, Cooper and Pickett. That was a long time ago, my guy. I don't know. I haven't been impressed too a lot with Amari Cooper's play. Even with the Bills, dog. Because I watched the Bills play in their postseason, in the playoffs, and Amari didn't make an impact like I thought he would. He really didn't. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe he just needs to go ahead and have a change of scenery, come back to his former team, and maybe that's going to be the spark that really lights his ass. So we'll see. Again, appreciate everyone pulling up with me, rocking with me on this Monday night. Salute to you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that notification. As news happens, I go on. You don't want to be left out in the dark. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. It really does go a long way to go ahead and support the show and really get the show out to the YouTube Raider universe algorithm out there, and really get it out to the masses for sure. Again, I am back at it on Wednesday with the Connection Show. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Cardinal game that was on Saturday. So make sure you guys for sure tap in to the Raider Connection going down every damn Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. That is with my guys, Cheeto Linus, LB Raider 10, and my guy Raider Jeff in the building every damn Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. And me and Run are back at it this Saturday coming up. Good morning, Raiders, 10 a.m. Pacific. We got none other than All In Autumn Win, Brian Fowler. He'll be in the building. We're going to talk about everything that has gone down and his special record-breaking attempt that he's doing. We're going to get into it. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in to those shows this week coming up. It's going to be a good one. As always, you already know, Good Morning Raiders bringing that fire content to you guys every damn Saturday. That's how we do. Let's see here. Shout out to Nomad in the building. He says, people are acting like Kenny's our starter. Oh, clearly he's better than AOC. It's an upgrade for backup. The thing is, bro, so it's not because it's Kenny Pickett. The thing is that you had to give up a fifth for Kenny Pickett. That is what everybody's problem mostly is. I can't speak for everybody, but at least that's what my problem is. Because you had guys out there that got waived that you didn't have to do that for. They got released, they got waived, that you didn't have to go ahead and give up a draft pick like that. And that's what mostly everybody's issue is. So, kind of shed some light on that. Let's see here. My guy Bueno says, didn't Coop get traded to the Bills mid-season, though? Dude had no time to adjust. Yeah, I think so. I think he did get traded, dog. Again, it was a whole thing of not wanting to be in Cleveland. I think he got traded. He got traded from Cleveland to the Bills. But still, bro, I didn't see a whole lot from Amari, bro. Just, I don't know. See, Amari struggled with consistency, and that's kind of what I've seen the last couple of years with him. So, let's see here. I don't know who's going to New England, bro. Let's see. Jack says, I don't see Amari Cooper playing the slot like Jakobi. Definitely not beating out Thornton or Tucker. Yeah. Again, he might be that 4th, 5th wide receiver that comes in. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he might want him back. For sure. I mean, Jakobi's a good player, bro. There's no argument about that. It's just he's not wide receiver 1 material where he can hold out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that happens. I honestly think they're going to be able to go ahead and get that resolved pretty soon for sure. Really quick, let me go ahead and go to that. Go to that poll I had earlier. Who would you like as your quarterback to Cam Miller, Kenny Pickett, or AOC when he comes back? 63% say Kenny Pickett. 20% AOC when he returns. God damn. And 17% Cam Miller with 71 votes casted. Appreciate everyone pulling up for that one. That is a very interesting one for sure. I'm going to put a quick one out before head on out. How do you think? How do you think Amari is gonna do here with the Raiders? Oops, I think I had it right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I'm putting this next poll out for you guys. Again, appreciate you guys pulling up with me on this Monday night. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. So, how do you think Amari Cooper will do with the Raiders? Yes, he will. Yes, he will do good. No, he will suck and complain, or he will be mid. Three options, y'all. Make sure you guys go ahead and head on over and cast your vote, and I'll go ahead and go over those results before I head on out in a little bit. Let's see here. Todd says Chip must be Pickett, must like Pickett. I think so, dog. I'm trying to figure out the reasoning behind that fucking move. Why you give up a fifth for that dude? Let's see here. Super says he had 200 plus receiving games 3 times. Only right receiver to do that was Terrell Owens. The move could be good. I hope it works out, bro. I really do. I really do. I really think that's the case. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry, y'all. My daughter was gonna literally fall off of the thing. You okay, honey? All right. She did fall at the end of the day. Okay, you're fine. All right. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy, my 2 cents exactly for the fifth for a backup QB. I think all great players drafted in the 5th. Yeah. Oh, all in. Oh yeah. Yeah, he told me he was coming for sure. Let's see here. All right. Alex says, I thought Spytech would go after QB Trask. I thought so too, dog. I thought so too. Who said? I think Wasted said it earlier. He's like, Trask is out there. Trask got released by the Bucks, so he's out there. Surprise, bro. Surprise. This is like a head scratcher move for sure. It will be an interesting week. This is not the last of it, y'all. I think we're gonna see more moves come, more guys be signed. They are gonna wait to see who does get released and waived, and you might see more signings come. So it'll be interesting. Definitely be interesting. So right now, I think the talk is definitely Jakobi, and if they're able to go ahead and get that deal done for sure. Rosetown says Cooper just coming home to regulate. Let's see, dog. Let's see. Todd says I never heard of Amari complain. He's just been too humble over his time here right before he left back in 2018 was not cool, bro. He was not happy. You could see it, and I think there was some shit that he said, and I can't remember that far back, but yeah, his time was not the greatest. He wasn't happy being here at one point, so that's what I'm saying. Like, is he gonna be mid? Is he gonna be, is he gonna suck and complain? We'll see. Hopefully it is. Jack says new poll: how faith in Spytech started hot, but with every move I'm losing faith. You and me both, bro. It's not I'm losing. For me, honestly, it's not losing faith. I'm questioning shit. I'm questioning certain moves. Why would you go out and give up a 5th round pick for Kenny Pickett when you had other guys available that you can potentially go out and get? You know, you got Trask, you got DTR that was out there, Hendon Hooker. Didn't have to give up a 5th round pick, but we did. So I want to see what that thought process was on that move for sure. Shout out to Biggie Rock. What it do, brother? Appreciate you pulling up, my guys. Salute to you. Shout out to the 30, 40 people in the building rocking with me on this Monday night. Ray Nation 510, we getting Cooper again. Let's bring back Carter to replace AOC. Too late. They went out and got Kenny Pickett, dog. They went out and got a Kenny fucking Pickett. So yeah, it ain't gonna be Carr. Carr's dunsies, bro. He said that he needed some surgery to go ahead and repair his arm. That's just tanked, bro. So yeah, I don't see that happening with Carr ever. But hey, shout out to Carr, man. You know, he rocked with us for 9 years, so yeah, definitely give him a shout out for sure. Rock says, I really do hope we don't trade Myers, especially for Duggar. I'm concerned. Me too. I really feel that they are going to work it out with Jakobi, and I think he's going to stay. I don't really see him being traded, but if a trade does happen, I do think it's going to happen very, very quickly within the next few days. The next 48 hours, again, are going to be really interesting to see what happens between both of them for sure. Shout out to my guy Jeff with the $5 special. He says, I'm only here so I don't get fined. You already know, dog. I'm going to look for you, dog. I'm going to look for you, bro. I know where you live in Rhode Island. I'll get there some way, somehow. Shout out to my guy, Jeff. Appreciate you pulling out, my guy. Salute to you. Let's see. Oh, man. It's funny. But yeah, again, let me go back to that poll real quick. I asked earlier, how do you think Amari Cooper will do with the Raiders? Yes, he will do good. No, he will suck and complain. Or he will be mid. 60% say he will be mid. 27% yes, he will be good. And 13% no, he'll suck and complain, with 15 votes casted in. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys head on over and cast your vote. Let your voice be heard. Appreciate everyone pulled up, rocking with me. But that's funny. Funny. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let me go over a couple more things here. All right. So all right. Okay. Tyree's performance. That's one thing. Kind of man. We never get done talking to that dude. He had a little bit of better performance from what I saw on Saturday. Helped with some pressures. I think there still needs more development. I don't think he gets cut. I think he's here to stay. If he's gonna stay, I would rather see him alternate on that defensive tackle position. I think that's where his strong suit. I think we found a strong suit, honestly. Not much of a strong suit, but I think we found at least somewhere where he can go ahead and build off. But I think this is Tyree's year to either put up or shut up, and he definitely needs to go ahead and get this thing going. But yeah, we definitely need to see more Tyree, and it's only in our benefit to go ahead and really shine this season for sure. Appreciate you, Jeff. My guy, salute to you, brother. Thank you. Todd says if he had great hands, he could be that older Chris Carter role, drag the toes just past the 6 first down. Yep. Let's see here. Shout out to Power Surge, salute to you, brother. Between Thornton, Besh, Trey, and Amari, the writing is on the wall. Jakobi is gone. He has value, so let's cash in. I don't think he's gone, bro. I don't think he's gone. I really don't. I think they're gonna still try to, figure this out, work this out. Everything has indicated that they're probably going to do that. So I'm not sold that that Jakobi is gone yet. I really don't. So, but obviously, shit happens. We'll see. Like I said, if there's gonna be a trade that happens, it's gonna happen within the next few days, next 48 hours. It's probably gonna be that time. Now, who would you get if you do trade Jakobi? Is the question. Would you go out and get another receiver, or would you go out and get a corner? It's all about trying to find a trade partner and who's willing to go ahead and make a deal. Right. Jack says kind of funny trade. Tyree hasn't shit until his contract year. No, I think he has one more year, bro. I think he has one more year. This is his third year. So he has one more year. Next year is his contract year. Bueno says he's gone. He's gone, Jay. He's gone. Bo Jackson's grand nephew has arrived. All right, bro. I need to see more from Cedric, man, for sure. I wouldn't count him out yet, bro. I wouldn't count him out yet. Power Surge says if Jakobi is gone, Thornton is wide receiver 1. Imagine Amari 2. What do you think the rest of that? I would not say Thornton is wide receiver 1. No, that kid definitely needs more development. Amari is probably going to be like 3. It's probably going to be Trey, bro, who's really going to move up to that spot because he'll be the veteran. And literally, well, aside from Amari, you'll probably see Trey move up, bro. He's been more of the dependable. Everybody's probably going to move up a slot, but I don't think Dante Thornton's going to be that wide receiver 1. He needs more time. He's probably going to be 3. He's going to be definitely in that mix, but I don't think he's going to be the number 1. No. Let's see here. Todd says, good point to trade while his value is the highest. We always seem to miss that boat or just let him walk. He's still under contract, but if you are going to go ahead and trade him, that's the question. Who do you trade him for? Are you going to trade for another receiver, or are you going to go out and get a corner? I think the need is corner. But now you have Amari as your vet with Trey, but Trey's essentially going to be your wide receiver 1 and Amari 2. I don't know, maybe, but really, it's going to be Brock. It's going to be Brock show. Shout out to my guy 805 in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Salute to you. Let's see. Raider Nation says we should get another O-line player to replace Mumford. We could, man. We could. I mean, I looked at the depth chart, and it's just basically Glaze and Mumford. That's it. You got Lakitasi, but he's listed as guard. That's it. So it'll be interesting to see if they go out and get another guy. I think they're going to probably get a guy from whoever gets cut by tomorrow. So whoever's going to be out there. Let's see. Trey looks better. Looking forward to his season. I don't know. Hopefully Tyree? I think, are you talking about Tyree? So hopefully Tyree comes through, bro. He put up a shut up year for sure. If Thornton's wide receiver, do you think he plays slot? I think with his height and speed, we may see him. He's primarily going to play on the outside, bro. I don't see him playing on the inside. I don't think he's developed his route tree that good, or even to that point where we can play a slot position like that. That's probably going to be a position where you have either potentially maybe Amari play that, or Jack Besh is probably going to play that position if Jakobi's gone. I don't know. Let's see. Jack says Mumford's going to be kicking rocks. Grant will become the swing tackle. Yeah, it could be for sure. I think he still needs more time, bro. I still think he needs more time for sure. And that's only if Glaze goes down. So again, let me go back to that poll I put up earlier again. Ask all y'all, who do you think? How do you think Amari Cooper will do with the Raiders? 48% says he will be mid. 38% yes, he will do good. 14% no, he sucks and will complain. With 21 votes casted in. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys head on over to that poll and cast your vote. Let your voice be heard. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me for sure. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see. Todd says trade for any defensive spot outside of the line that makes that spot better. So linebacker included. I like this linebacker group. I like what Landon Roberts is doing. I like what Jermaine Pratt has to offer. Jamal Adams has just been killing it, bro. I like this linebacker group. You still got Devin White there as well. Outside of him, you got the Bergs, Tommy Eichenberg and Cody Lindenberg. And that's not saying much, right? But those three guys I just named originally, with Devin White coming in and rotating, I think we're cool. You can get maybe one more for depth, but honestly, they're probably going to stick with Tommy or Cody or both. They might. So we'll see. I'd rather get that corner, man. Corner is definitely what you need, especially that nickel, because we're gonna get cooked in that middle of the field. We already got that. We already had that happen versus the Niners. They cooked us. Happened a little bit on Saturday. So a really good team is gonna figure that out. They're gonna be able to go ahead and slice us up the middle, bro. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Let's see here. All right, y'all. Go ahead and get your questions in. I got a few more minutes. Appreciate 40 people in the building rocking with me on this Monday night. And again, if you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys head on over, hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, again, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Be a part of the JRB fam. And be in the know. When news goes down, I go on. You don't want to be left out in the dark. Again, appreciate everyone tapping in with me this evening for sure. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Predator in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Hear me out. We have a good yet young talent from our draft, but Amari can maybe used as a distraction. I think so too, bro. I think so too. So we'll see what's up. My guy, Power Surge, who says, I was so disappointed we didn't re-sign Spillane, but honestly, linebackers we have are reliable. What we need to improve is the DBs 100%. Yeah, me too, bro. I like Spillane. I thought that was going to happen. It did not. I was disappointed, bro. I thought that was the dude that we're going to keep. There was only a handful of dudes that we were going to keep. And unfortunately, they decided to go ahead and part ways. But you also got to think about it like this. For the price tag that Spillane went for, we were able to get like 3 dudes from that. Three pretty good dudes. So I'm not mad at that, but Landon Roberts has been a dog. He's stepped up, been a leader. Jermaine Pratt has played pretty well, pretty solid. Jamal Adams, insane, bro. A dog. I can't wait to see that dude go at it in the regular season. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick for sure, man. But let's see here. All right. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and get a few more questions in, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up in just a bit. Let's see here. Go back a little bit here. Power Surge says Jamal Adams was a highlight on defense this preseason. I like him. Yeah, and again, it's all about him staying healthy, bro. He just has to stay healthy. If he gets injured again, it's gonna be rough for sure. For sure. Let's see here. Make sure any new news comes on. Appreciate you, Jack, pulling up, brother. Salute to you. Thank you for pulling up, man. Let's see. And honestly, it's been really mixed emotions from the nation with Amari. Some people like it, some people don't. And then you got, again, we had people who were like 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I don't really like it, but I don't really hate it. You know, I kind of want to see how that plays out. So, for sure. All right, y'all. Quick update on the poll. Okay. We caught up. So 43% think he will do good. 47% say that he will be mid. 30 votes cast so far on Amari Cooper, how he will do with the Raiders this season now that he's back with us. So if you haven't done so, make sure you guys go ahead and head on over and cast your vote for sure. Let's see here. Shout out to Mr. Rogers in the building. He says, who is the best corner out there in free agency we can get? It's Slim Pickens, bro. A Slim Pickens. But to kind of address the big elephant in the room, which is our nickel position, bro, it's probably going to be Asante Samuel. But he's coming off a neck injury. I mean, you have guys like James Bradbury, but all these guys everybody who's available in free agency, they're all coming off injuries, bro. I think Mosley was the one that was available that really didn't have any injuries. Hold on one second. I think I had it here. Okay, I actually have it here. My bad. All right. Let me just refresh and make sure I got a current list. Okay, cool. Yeah, so James Bradbury, Kendall Fuller, Stephon Gilmore is still out there. Emmanuel Mosley is out there. A guy, Asante Samuel Jr., he's out there. You got a couple more guys. If we're going back to nostalgia, Trayvon Mullen is out there. But he's dealt with the injuries. I think Emmanuel Mosley was the one that let's see what he has. So Emmanuel Mosley had a pec injury last year and was out the first 11 games. Then he came back, but then he was out the last game for an illness. Somebody just got sick and couldn't play. But he dealt with that. Year prior, dealt with a knee injury. Year prior, dealt with an ACL injury. Right, out weeks 6 through 18. So like 3/4 of the season. So a lot of these guys are just dealing with injuries. Going back, and if let's say James Bradbury, he's coming off. He was with Philly last year. He had a leg injury, was out all year, did not play last year, right? So, just kind of things like that, that they've been dealing with. So, what's available out there in free agency is not really good. I mean, you can go for Asante Samuel, and again, he was dealing with a neck injury, and I think that's why he's most likely still out there. Team's not ready to go ahead and take that flyer on a guy who is coming off a neck injury. Even it says I heard he was dealing with a neck injury. It says here his shoulder. It's probably shoulder or neck or something like that. So I don't know, but he's out there, and I think a guy who is relatively young. He's only 20. He's 25, so he's gonna be 26 this year. Maybe you take a flyer on him, but I'm pretty sure they're just gonna wait to see who becomes available from the cuts tomorrow. I think that's probably going to be the play, but we'll see. Um, my guy Anthony says, "Who's ready for New England? Let's fucking go. I'll be having patches and stickers. There you go. Make sure, dog, hit my boy up, Raider Jeff. He's part of the New England Black Hole chapter. They have all the events lined up. If you haven't done so already, I forgot to ask you on Saturday if you were all hooked up on that. He had the link pinned up earlier. But if anything, just hit me up and I could send you the link for him, or you could just go on his YouTube or IG profile, and he has his link tree, and it has everything for that weekend of the game on all the events going on for sure. Power Surge says, this is what scares me. If we get hit with injury like we did last year, we are cooked. Our team is not deep with talent. That's why they look bad this preseason. 100%. If Gino gets fucked up and he gets season ending, our season's done for sure. 100%. Appreciate you, my guy, pulling up. Thank you. Armando says, I see Amari Cooper finishing his career with the Raiders. Hopefully, Chip Kelly can turn him around. We'll see, bro. We'll see. That could happen. Let me see how old Amari is. He's 31. So I think he's been playing, since 2015. So 10 years already in the league. Yeah, you might get ready to hang up pretty soon. So we'll see what's up. Okay, cool. For sure. Appreciate it. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, hey, I'm very jealous that you guys out there for that week one and having a good old time. Wish I could be out there with my boy Jeff, but it's all good, man. I'll be out there week 2 for that home opener. That's gonna be a good one for sure. But other than that, let's see here. Let me go back to the poll real quick. Again, all right. Shit. So it is tied, y'all. We're tied with so again, I asked you guys earlier, what do you think? How do you think Amari Cooper will do with the Raiders? It is tied between yes, he will do good, and he will be mid at 44% each. If you haven't done so, go ahead and cast your vote. Be that tiebreaker, and then I'll go ahead and close down that poll in just a bit. It's still locked in at 37 now. So 46% say yes, he will do good. 37 votes casted in. Appreciate you guys participating on that poll. I'll close out in just a bit. Shout out to my guy Arnold in the building. How many teams can lose number 1 QB and succeed? I don't know, bro. Let's see. There you go. Yes, sir. I'm be at J-Law. I'll be a couple lots. Definitely going to go ahead and make my tours over there for sure. Power Surge, $1 million question, Jay. What do you think our record will be? Do you think we'll get 10 wins? I do not think we're gonna get 10 wins, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. My magic number is 8 and 9. That is my magic number. If we're able to go ahead and double our wins, I take that as a win. Anything above that is great. Now, anything below that, if we fuck around and just get one more win that we did last year, yeah, it's gonna suck. If we're 6 and 11, that's gonna suck. 7 and 10, it'll suck, but it won't hurt that much. And 7 and 10 is definitely a real possibility for sure. My guy Roger says, come visit Vegas, Ralph's Barbecue, and G. Okay, for sure, bro. I love barbecue, dog. I love that shit. I'm a big barbecue fan, man. I'm fat. I love all kinds of food. I'm a food man. So I'll definitely look that up when I go over there for sure. It's gonna be a good one, man. I'm gonna link up. If you guys are not doing the Raider Crusaders are having an event that Sunday night. in downtown Las Vegas at the Fremont. Make sure you guys go ahead and get your tickets. Get your tickets. They're gonna be wrapping. They're gonna be selling out. I don't know if they're gonna sell out, but I know a lot of people are going, so it's gonna be a good one. They're gonna do a damn thing out there. So make sure you guys hit up Raider Crusaders on their Instagram, and they have their things going out there for sure. Let's see. All right. Cool. Let's see. Send me a link for or where. Okay. Yeah. I'll send it to you for sure. I'll send it to your Instagram, bro. What do you think our division record will be? Ooh, that's a good one, bro. I hope 3-3. If we split the division, I'm happy, bro. And I think that for me is my magic number 2. It could definitely be a 2-4 situation. I definitely think we're not going to be 0-6. No way. But I definitely think we can split the division and break those games 50-50. And that'll be great. And if we can win at home, cool. If we can win on the, I think the KC game, I think, the Chiefs game, I think we win that in Arrowhead and lose that in Vegas. For whatever reason, we have more success in Arrowhead. With the Broncos, I think we could win in Denver. With the Chargers, I think we win in Vegas. I don't think it's the whole SoFi curse thing. It's for real. So I don't know, but I really do hope that we split that for sure. You take 2-4. That means we sweep the quiz, bro. That would be great. That would be great for sure. Shout out to my guy Farrell in the building. What to do, brother? Appreciate you pulling up, rocking with me. Make sure you guys, if you guys don't know, make sure you guys go ahead and tap in with my guy Farrell. He does a show with Severe. He does a 50-50 show, and Around the Shield as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and give my guy a follow for that late night fire content for sure. From my guy Farrell and Severe. Shout out to them. Let's see here. Raider Nation since Marky Mark is bringing back Coop. You should also bring back Ruggs. Ruggs ain't coming out, dog. He ain't coming out to next year, my boy. He's locked up. Won't let him out. He's there to next year. He's eligible for parole in 2026. Eligible. Doesn't mean he's going to get out, but eligible. So there you go. Yeah, brother, for sure. I got you. All right. So really quick, let me go ahead and head back to that poll. Again, I asked you guys earlier, how do you think Amari Cooper will do with the Raiders? 46% say he will be mid. 41% say yes, he will do good. 12% say no, he'll second complain. With 41 votes casted in. Again, appreciate you guys pulling up on that one. And we finally broke the tie. It was at 44% for a minute, for sure. And everybody was kind of out on that. Again, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on the show. It does help to go ahead and grow the show. Appreciate everyone rocking with me, and turn on those notifications as news goes on. I go on. You don't want to be left out in the dark. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for sure. Let's see here. Salute to my guy Will. What it do, brother? Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see what's up. Myra G in the building. What it do, girl? Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to you. Let's see. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out to you in Chi-Town, brother. Yes, sir, man. Hope you have a good evening, man, for sure. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. But we will be back. I will be back on Wednesday for the Raider Connection with my guys, Leo, my guy, Raider Jeff, who was here earlier, and LV Raider 10. make sure you guys tap in to the Raider Connection. We're going to go ahead and go over all this stuff and the 2025 season next week for sure. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap in the Raider Connection every damn Wednesday at 7 p.m. Okay, usually at 7 p.m. But I'll make sure we go on 7 p.m. This Wednesday coming up for sure. So make sure you guys tap in for that. It's going to be a good one. Good morning, Raiders. I am back this Saturday morning again with my guy, the Raider Rundown. We're going to be doing the damn thing with our guy, all in autumn win. Brian Fowler is going to be in the building. We're going to be talking about this whole crazy Monday Madness, everything that went down today, everything that goes down tomorrow. We're going to do the damn thing. So make sure you guys tap in Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific right here on Just Raiders, baby, and the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys pull up for that one. It's going to be a hot one. We're going to talk about Brian's record attempting initiative, a thing that he's doing this season. It's really fun, really interesting. That thing that he's trying to go ahead and trying to attempt for the Guinness Book of Records. So make sure you guys pull up to that show this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. With myself and the Raider Rundown. Brian Fowler, all in on a win, will be our guest. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into that one for sure. Yep. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you. And my guy, always putting it down for sure. Yeah, for sure. Got you, bro. For sure. All right, y'all. But other than that, that is my time for today. Thank you, guys. Thanks everyone who pulled up with me on this Monday afternoon to go ahead and chop it up and go over all this crazy madness, all this crazy trades and roster moves, that's gone down today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, if any news happens, I'll go on. So make sure you guys stay in the know, hit that notification, and I'll be on live if anything goes down. But other than that, I will see you guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Salute to you guys. As always, remember, Just Raiders, baby. Peace.
Inside Allegiant Stadium for the first time this year.